Welcome back. Hope you're having a good morning. Well, let's shift focus to some primary market action. Hyundai's issue, that's that India's largest IPO to date, has fixed the price band for its public issue between around 1,865 to around 1,960 rupees per share. Vinnii joins us to fill us in with a quick analysis on that. Morning, Vinnii.
Good morning. Yes, the price band is finally fixed. 1,865 rupees to 1,960 rupees per price is the price band. Opening date of the IPO, 15th October to 17th October, 27,870 crore is the overall IPO size. And this is a complete OFS, so the promoters will be selling around 14.2 crore shares in the company. 17.5% is the equity stake that they will be looking to sell. Now, implied market cap on the back of that is around 1.51 lakh crores to 1.59 lakh crores is what we're watching out for in terms of a market cap. Let's not forget, this is one of the largest IPOs that we're seeing coming in the Indian market, and almost after 2 decades that we're seeing an automaker coming out with an IPO. So this is surely going to be an interesting one that we're keeping an eye out on. Currently, Hyundai Motor, 76% of their revenue is coming in from India operations. And as of FY24, 63% of their sales were in SUV sales. Looking at the revenues also, for Q1 versus last year, they managed to see a 4.3% growth. Margins have been quite stable as well. 13.5% is where the margins have remained in Q1 FY25, which is stable over the last couple of years. Profits seeing a decent growth as well over the last few years. And royalty agreement, that's a key to watch out for, because on a calendar year 2024 basis, 3.5% is what they are highlighting. As of now in Q1 FY25, they've made 2.75% payment for royalty, and this is to the promoter company. Let's not forget, they're focusing a lot more in terms of EV as well. They want to increase their share in EV. Currently in the Indian market, the EV market share is very less. It's just 1.1% versus peers, but they want to increase their presence, and they have launched and come into the EV space in 2019. Moving on to the PV market share, yes, they do have a 14.6% market share in PV in Q1 FY25 versus a Maruti or a M&M, which you compare, is much higher. Maruti is 41%, obviously leading over there. Then comes in M&M at 12.2%, and obviously Hyundai is better than M&M in terms of that. Peer comparison in terms of revenue also for FY24, it's still below what we're comparing in terms of total revenue or growth that we're seeing. While margins, they've remained stable versus peers like Maruti, but M&M is leading in terms of margin, has a much better margin profile. So market cap versus peers also is much lower when you look at it, and valuations is what we're keeping an eye out on. FY26 forward basis, that when you're comparing, assuming a 20% growth rate for Hyundai, it's still cheaper versus a Maruti and an M&M.
Vinnii, just one point. I think Hyundai has... I think they own Kia as well, right? I think not
yes.
fully, but they have a stake in Kia. But that is not part of this offering, right?
No, that's not a part of this offering. But that's a concern and a risk that is highlighted in the RHP as well, because Hyundai overall on a global basis has been promoting a lot more Kia and the Kia cars. So how does that pan out? That's what everyone wants to understand. So that's a bit of a risk that everyone's keeping an eye out on. It's mentioned in the RHP as well.
All right, Vinnii, thank you very much for that. More later. Take a